What's going on, y'all? So far, cutting everything. I'll share my experiences while they're somewhat fresh. This is day 2. I cut it last night, after work. So day 2, first thing I noticed, other than the feeling, the sensation of touching my head and the sensation of walking in general, I just feel all the, let's say, the nerves. Just you could feel everything, or I can feel everything. And it's a little late right now, so excuse me. It's 1 in the morning, but I felt to share before I went to sleep. Just the feeling, walking, just feeling the air deeply all over my face, my head. It's been so long. Then showering. I took a shower at midnight, and easy. That was easy. All I did was, I have a brush, so I'm able to exfoliate while I'm applying the cleanser for my scalp. Boom, scrub that. Boom, scrub my face, wash my body, hop out the shower with the towel, dry. Oh my gosh. And then I use the moisturizer. So that was, there would have been times where I would have been more avoiding that element, just even trying to engage with the shower especially at that time. Because if my hair gets a little wet, then it's just like, oh my gosh, the end of the lock, or I could have gotten more shower caps, but just this experience, that was incomparable. That experience was incomparable. Taking a shower, then getting up, super simple. Especially because after I took the locks out, I mentioned when I got up, I had to finger comb through my hair just to not have it tangle up. And this was not even a thing. I just was able to do similar, just moisturize the scalp, moisturize my face, then do my dental routine. And I'll share a little more on that, because a part of this process was also getting more into just taking care of myself over time, especially more recent. I was having tooth stuff happening, and I went to get it checked out, just saw whatever problems, and I had to go through different procedures that had me reflecting on just how I'm taking care of myself. So in that process, I went through some procedures. I had wisdom tooth stuff impacting, messing with other teeth in my mouth. So I had to figure that out. Then in that period of time, I was researching and found a dentist online who was sharing their oral healthcare system, and I started to implement that. So that was one element of taking care of myself. Then With this element, it's more on the scalp. So just really trying to better myself and work on improving my health. I've already become introduced to the Mucusless diet healing system, getting more into the principles with that. I've made some shifts, just more so to have balance in my practices with the training, with the massage, just in general, and just like finding certain foods that I like that are mucus forming, slightly mucus forming, mucus lean, whatever. And I'm cool with that right now. I'm working with that, but outside of that, I'm still eating the greens, eating fruit, dates, all that kind of stuff. But just it's one right now is one specific mucus item that I'm eating around that. So yeah, so working on that. And now the teeth. So getting the teeth good, and then working on the skin, working on the scalp, massaging it more. And then we'll see about, when it grows out, how even it is, and just see how I'm doing with that process. So that's cool. So day 2, I had work 2 days in a row. So I went to work with just the Locs cut because I had just finished the process. It's been from one day starting the comb out process that lasted into 2 days. 1, 2. Then I had just the cutout hair. And then the next day at work, I popped up with all the shaved look. And yeah, the reactions were so funny. And they're going to continue because each day I'm seeing new people that haven't seen me after this situation. Yeah, when tomorrow I'm going to training. So everybody there, whoever comes, they'll see it. Then I have band practice later, so they'll become aware of it. And then just spread out, maybe in the community, in the dance community, they'll notice it. But anyway, so I go to work. I already notice there's a difference in how some people communicate with me, people that I don't know, just that I'm seeing in general. I just notice it's a different vibe, it's a different energy of how I'm perceived throughout. And it's positive. It's not. Yeah, there was actually one, I don't think she either didn't recognize me because I had a hat, and she hadn't. I had a full beard, so she hadn't seen me. And I was on the bus, and she walks in, and she does the, yo. I give her a little smile because I know her. I'm just like, hey, I got to know her just taking the bus. So I give her a little smile, just like, hey. And then she just does the nastiest face. But I feel like she didn't recognize me because she always says hi to me, and we have conversations. So it's not like we never talk at all, and then I'm just smiling at her. So we'll see later on if I see her again and then she realizes that it is me, how that happens. But that was that was one of the first reactions, specifically to someone that I was a little more familiar with. Before that, I had a pleasant interaction with someone who didn't know me, and they just struck up conversation and just kind of, hey, what's up? So that was one thing I noticed there. I got into work. passing through. The first guy I ran into had a similar cut. He had the top, had the face. So it's just that connection right there off top. Boom. Hey, what's going on? Pass through. And it's funny because yeah, like people don't care. People don't care. It's more when you're familiar with people, that's the I think that's where what I was mentioning about the fear is because it's how people see you, and especially the people around you that know you, and then you're just kind of changing, making shifts, and then how it affects their world is different. But for people that don't know you, they don't know what you looked like yesterday or last week, so it doesn't even matter. They see you and then it's nothing. So I go through, boom, working. Again, people treated me differently. Just something I noticed. Not that they were treating me bad before, but it took, because yeah, when people want a massage, they're still going to ask for a massage, and they just trust that you're licensed and will do a good job. But yeah, there was something about the nature and how people were interacting with me, asking for certain services or just showing a certain kind of respect, where usually the respect or just the opening up comes when they feel into my energy and feel the way I interact and speak with them. That's how they end up sort of getting a sense of my character through the interaction. But off just the visual, it takes a moment. It would take a moment for them to kind of take it in. So yeah, working first first coworker comes in, sees me, she's like, oh my god, like every time I come in here your hair is getting shorter, because she was there yesterday, the day before. So she watched it just like go from the cut to even shorter. Said unrecognizable. Then we have a new employee. So that happened. Then she was adjusting. People are just adjusting. You see it and then you adjust. You're like, okay, well you're here. What can you do now? You're here. Then the next employee came in, next coworker comes in, and she was like what? Yo. But then right after that, we just had regular conversation, just continued on. Next employee, next coworker comes in a little later. And even in the middle of this, like during this, I'm working on someone with the shaved head, doing foot massage. Then another guy comes in, he's shaved. So it's just, and then we're all connecting just in that way. It's similar to when you have locks, or when I have locks. You see people with locks, and there's a certain connection that you share with them through the lock journey. And then through this specific this phase, this cut, there's a connection with the ones that went through it. And then I noticed so many people who have the cut. I'm watching a bunch of people around, just noticing it way more. So it's kind of funny in that way. Just yeah, like who you connect with through who you are and what you do. If you that's funny. So yeah, other coworker, she's like, oh, she said, I like it. She said, oh, I like it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love that. So she was vibing with it. Let me see. Did that. Then when I left, I heard that people were sort of like, yo, who's the new guy? Who's the new guy? And they say, oh no, that's Q. And then it was like, he said, He said, what? That's him? Oh, man. Because that dude has long hair. And he was also asking me before about what or when I would do a retwist, or he was asking me about my hair basically. So now for him to notice who's the new guy and then find out that it was me, hilarious. From leaving there, the bus, I didn't see anybody who I knew, and I had to, when I let my uncle know, so when I let one of my relatives know, and I showed them right when I did it, I cut it and then I called them and did a FaceTime. So they were like, oh my goodness, oh my. So he when I talked to him, he said, hey, let your roommate know. That way he doesn't he doesn't think anyone's running in the house or just somebody's unannounced when you see a completely different look. So I texted him and told him, and today was the first time he saw me. But I came in with the hat because one thing I noticed was now the helmet that I wear is a little bigger because my head's smaller without the hair. So I was wearing a hat to put the helmet on, and I walked in with that hat, and he just saw the shaved face. So oh, who is that guy? Okay. Then he asked, oh, is it, you feel lighter? And I said, yeah, man, like, especially because I did the head too. So then I took off the hat. He said, oh, okay, like, oh, you did the whole, oh, okay. Yo. So and then it just went back to regular. It's like, oh, yeah, doing laundry. He's watching this. It's no problem. It's just very simple. So, yeah, so far, it's cool. Just, again, feeling the sensations on my head. That's constant right now. It's kind of interesting, like in the just feeling everything. I could see how it's regarding if you were just trying to focus. I could see how that is extra energy just like happening because it's a lot. It's more sensory. It's more sensory input. Whereas when you have with the Locs, it's just you don't feel as much. So when you're walking, it's less input in that way. So that is something that I picked up on with just general moving around. And even now I could just feel it's like a just tingly. You just feel the sensation of the air on touching your head, which is just that's fascinating to feel. Let me see, yeah, shower, way easier, just and feeling good, just feeling clean, feeling like I'm able to exfoliate the scalp, massage the scalp, just be aware of it. And this is just day 2. You can see already the hairs just a little longer with the face. Boom. Yeah, one day it's coming in. And I didn't use the razor, so it wasn't completely under my skin, but I also didn't want to get razor bumps because I know from the past when I used to shave, I tried with the razor before and I was getting like razor bumps and it wasn't nice. So then from there, I started using the clippers, and that's how I would trim myself, just with the clippers. So I'm good with that. I don't need the pristine to stay like that because again, this was a reset. And if I'm feeling like it, just in this process, if I want to keep it going for a little second, just kind of, just feel into it, keep exfoliating the scalp, keep exfoliating the skin, then I'll do that. And then if I want to let it grow, just observe the the growth pattern, just see if everything's growing well, I can do that. It's no problem. Now I can really watch what my hair is doing, watch how the growth is happening, and see how the health of my scalp is throughout this process. So I just wanted to share that with you. I know this video ended up longer than I probably wanted it to be, but yeah, I just wanted to share so I didn't keep these thoughts inside or forget about them while the experience is so fresh. But one thing I say, what I do appreciate about this process is the fact that I am able to see my face, just see what my face looks like in a general sense, just like my bone structure, how you can see all the muscles, my jaw, yeah, my head, just what my head looks like, my thick eyebrows, how those are emphasized with my orbicularis, just the oculus. Yeah, the way that's emphasized, because everything is taken off, you could, boom, my eyebrows are prominent. Oh man. So yeah, just documenting, and we'll see what happens. All right, peace.